Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast, and we already got semi-blockbuster trades happening in the NBA. And this trade that just went down with Kristaps Porzingis being shipped out of DC to the Boston Celtics. Boston Celtics are shipping Marcus Smart to the Memphis Grizzlies. Boston is receiving Memphis's first round 2023 and 2024 picks and sending Tyus Jones, the point guard from Memphis, to DC. This trade is very, very weird. I mean, I know Porzingis is a bucket getter. He had a good season this year. Nobody really knows that too much because DC was just trash. Look, I know Joe Mazzulla, he's more of an offensive-minded coach, so they're gonna have more offense. Okay, cool. You got Porzingis. He's a good stretch five big. They shipped out Malcolm Brogdon to the Clippers. And you know, I thought Marcus Smart fit well with Boston. Honestly, I didn't really think they needed to give away him. But get a point guard. You know what I'm saying? Get a guy who can orchestrate the offense. And they didn't do that. They elected to get a stretch five big. Okay, cool. And then for the Memphis Grizzlies, I'm scratching my head because it's like, you need a point guard. Clearly, your point guard is going to be missing 25 games due to the shenanigans he's pulled on social media. So your next guy is Tyus Jones, who I thought is pretty good. You know, he is in one of those second tier off the bench point guards, one of the best in my opinion in the NBA. You send him to DC. Okay, so if I'm Desmond Bane, who is an off the ball guard, he's gonna have to take on the point guard responsibilities. Now, he did okay, but you can see some of the issues that occurred in that Lakers series when he was a primary ball handler. He didn't have a bad series, but Desmond Bane is not the guy you want to have the ball in his hands for prolonged periods of time throughout the game. You know, he is a spot-up shooter. He's streaky. He's gotten better with the ball in his hands, to give him credit, but I don't think he's made a significant leap to be the primary ball handler to orchestrate an offense. You know what I'm saying? When Desmond Bane got the ball in his hand, I mean, his natural mindset is to score. You know what I'm saying? Not be a distributor and run the offense. He can do it to a certain extent, but that's his limitations. He's way better off the ball. So then you bring in Marcus Smart, who is not a traditional point guard as well. He's a defending guard. He's a 3-and-D guard. He's a 3-and-D point guard, you would say. But he's not the kind of guy that's going to run your offense. You know what I'm saying? He's going to want to have the ball in his hands, he's going to be looking to score. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know if you want him to run the offense initially. You know, this is just a very bizarre trade. The Memphis Grizzlies feel that they can stay afloat with either Marcus Smart or Desmond Bane running the show. And I don't think so, man. I think that's going to be very challenging. I mean, unless there's going to be a point guard available in free agency that they can bring in on the cheap, to me, it looks like so far the Celtics have kind of won this deal, but I feel like the key component in all of this was that the Grizzlies and the Celtics needed a traditional point guard. And that traditional point guard within this trade, Tyus Jones, is being sent to DC. Really weird trade. It's like, yeah, both teams got good assets, the Memphis Grizzlies and Boston Celtics. You know what I'm saying? And getting Porzingis and the Grizzlies getting Marcus Smart. Cool, no knock on those players. They're great. They're good players, solid players. But does it fit the need for what each team needs? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think so. This was a weird blockbuster trade. I thought Tyus Jones' value was good, but I just think that he ended up landing on the wrong team. You know what I'm saying? This trade, I mean, look, if somehow the trade needed to somehow have Tyus Jones end up on the Boston Celtics along with Porzingis is what was needed. Because if if it seems like the Wizards are in a full, they're in the full rebuild mode. Okay, cool. Why are you bringing on Tyus Jones? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know this is the day before the draft, or depending on what time you're watching this video, because it's late. The draft is later today. I get that, and there can be there's possibilities of more moves to be made, but it seemed like the Grizzlies gave up a lot. You know what I'm saying? A first and a second, and you give it to Boston, and then you're gonna receive Marcus Smart. I mean, that just shows that Marcus Smart's stock was actually pretty high. But I mean, in these three team trades, things are really weird. You know what I'm saying? But I just was like, if I'm Desmond Bane, I'm just kind of irritated. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is this offense gonna run? I mean, Desmond Bane, he can run the point guard, but throughout this playoffs, I just got the feeling that this wasn't his natural role, and I don't think he was really happy doing it. You know what I'm saying? He exerts a lot of his energy bringing the ball to the court, trying to get the offense set, and also be the scorer. And he's more so he's a shooting guard masquerading as a point guard in these playoffs, especially when he play. You know what I'm saying? So, he needs Ja there to be the fire starter point guard, because Ja's a scoring point guard, but at least he's the one initiating the offense. And then if Ja can't get it going, he can kick it out to Desmond Bane and let Desmond Bane get to work. But considering that Ja's been missing 25 games, and hopefully within those 25 games, Ja doesn't make a mistake, you would think that the Memphis Grizzlies insurance policy was keeping Tyus Jones. I didn't really see them needing to bring in Marcus Smart. So, look, we're going to have some crazy trades tomorrow. I think this is going to be a draft for the ages with all the moves that are going to be going on. But yeah, this trade was really bizarre. It was like, okay, cool, good players are being moved here and there, but the key component of Tyus Jones, I was just like, he ended up in DC, and somehow he needed to end up in either Boston or remained in Memphis. Just odd altogether. Let me know what y'all think about this. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.